Hi YouTube, this is Miss V coming from my channel, As Above, Two Lives Below. I am so excited because I am at a time now that I can truly be myself and just fluctuate between my many personalities because of me being a multi-dimensional being and just pretty much celebrating the feminine energy. And this is so exciting. You guys, this feminine energy has been trying so long to come through. You feel what I'm saying? If you know exactly what I'm talking about, you call yourself a twin flame, a star seed, or whatever it may be. Let me tell you, honey, okay? You guys are in for a treat, okay? Even starting off with the topic that I have, Christos Sophia. I did this video before, but sometimes I have physical Tourette where I erase stuff or whatever out of anger and stuff like that. I'm still, you know what I'm saying, in my human skin, all right? That's the only limitation I have. But you guys, I'm telling you, okay, so if you believe that you are just a human, that's exactly what you are. But for all of you guys that know that you are more than a human, let me tell you, you got to know who you are. You got to know the you. You get what I'm saying? You're me, myself, and I. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, I'm talking about, gotta know the Kabbalah and where it fits in your body. You get what I'm saying? It's so much information that's out here for you to better understand who you are. I bet you never thought that you really came to earth to learn you, did you? You really thought it was about house, home, marriage, setting assets for children that you might or may not have or had. No, that's not what this is about. This is strictly about the two halves of you coming back together as a whole, okay? And you have been manipulated to come here as a mining project, okay? So what I'm going to do is do my purpose, and that is to share with you guys all the things that I know, what I have learned as I learn more, okay? Because you're never come out of the student teacher type aspect, okay? I try my best to look into the camera, y'all, but it's easier just to look at myself or whatever. But I will try to look at the camera. Okay, so this video that I'm going to do first is definitely about the Christos Sophia energy, okay? And this feminine energy has been trying its best to proclaim its rightful seat as first, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. With this feminine energy, I am not trying to bash masculines, men, or just the male archetype at all, okay? Because we all are one, okay? What I am trying to glorify is the fact that as a one individual, we are masculine and feminine, okay? And the reason why, as above, so below, there are masculine and feminines here on earth split is because up above, you guys were together, okay? That's what a twin flame is. A twin flame is definitely your equal energetic match that you split with coming here onto earth, all right? You being a multi-dimensional being, your true form was not nothing like what you are now, okay? Actually, if that means that if you have another form, then you a double form, then you actually have two, is it could still could be two arms and two legs because the bodies can merge from, like, this is the side that the male is supposed to be on if you're a feminine, and this is the side that the feminines are supposed to be on if you're a male, okay? So you guys link up together, all right? So when you guys link up together, it's like the holding of the hands. And so there, I can see that where you guys having just two arms still and still two legs, all right? But anyway, not to get off into that, that's a later subject. But what I'm going to talk about is the Christos Sophia, and it's basically talking about why you are here, the purpose, and who you are originally, okay? So let's get started. If you guys have any questions, you're free to comment below, and I'll try to do my best to seek into my knowledge of wisdom and, you know, answer your questions, all right? I know this is all like blow over your head. You know what I'm saying? We can really get deep with this or whatever, but I'm trying to at least have the channel on for a minute before I start to involve, you know what I'm saying, some things that, you know, that have to, even though it's the truth, it has to be said. All right, here we go. Christos Sophia is the topic. And definitely it is what it is saying, okay? Christos, and we all know about Christ, we know about Jesus, we all know about, you know what I'm saying, just the whole Christianity archetype. And we also know about Sophia, okay? Sophia is what the scientists have said that it was quote unquote like a monkey or something like that, and she was the first DNA, and this is how they said how intelligence came about. Or I don't know, you know, I'm just saying, right? Or it could be so much words as Lucy, you know what I'm saying, which is another name for Sophia. Or what is another name? Eve, okay? So anyway, it is the feminine half of the masculine, all right? So upon that is an example is we live in a masculine world, okay? And then that's where you get the word God, all right? God, operator, destroyer. And while we're in God, okay, which is materialized as being solid, there is a feminine spirit that we share as people, okay, as Christic beings, with Christ. That the feminine spirit is what guides us, okay. We call it grace, we call it spirit, we call it all types of things or whatever, you know. But as I read this, we'll get more in depth in it. This what I'm about to read has a lot of reference points. So what I'll try to do is just try to stay on one subject at a time. And as I go along and discover this webpage in the Ascension glossary that I have got the information from, we will be able to stay on point and to just keep up with what's going on. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoy what's going on. I hope that it's informational. I hope that it just opens your third eye to a different perspective of what's going on here in this world, where you are involved. Okay, so here we go. Christos Sophia reflects the perfection of the law of gender. All right. The law of gender is basically nothing on this planet or in this universe is without a masculine and feminine principle. Okay? So basically it's saying even you, us as a people, whether you're a male, you have feminine aspects. Whether you are a feminine, you have masculine aspects. And the law of gender is basically just being in balance with those two beings or parts of yourself in order to make a whole and to accept a whole about yourself. Okay, so the law of gender inherent in us is inherent. Okay, meaning in that it is like inheritance, right? It's a right or a DNA genetic that is purposely assigned to us, purposely given to us, right? A law of gender inherent is a solar logos, okay? Principle made manifest, all right? Solar logos will be like, let's see. Let me read this definition that they have here. The solar logos is inherently the avatar, okay? The avatar is basically that person or that being in between your light body and you or whatever that has a direct connection to source, to God. Okay, so the avatar is basically like is used to describe your 12th dimensional you as 12th dimensional multi-dimensional being, right? And it like describes you simultaneously conscious being. Okay, so it describes, you know, what, let me see, a crystal avatar is a term used to describe a 12 dimensional simultaneous conscious being, right? Okay, so this says the highest expression of consciousness of the original human divine blueprint. This is the state of being of a true Christ consciousness, 12 DNA strand or silicate matrix. A lot of stuff that they're going to reference on here has matrix attached to it they give an overall as above a reference to what's going on as in response of below. Okay, so they call a lot of things a matrix. All right, but kind of like to better understand, take the matrix word off. All right, we all have an avatar Christos future self, and we can call upon this aspect of our identity for support in our personal ascension. This embodied Christos is the triad form and the levels of the 10th, 11th, and 12th dimensional mind matrix. This is also known as the universal level of consciousness. To communicate with the avatar Christ frequency on the earth, we must build our 12D shield and observe the 12D ray into our light body through the 12 tree grid. When we develop our avatar crystals embodiment, the next stage is heterogamous. That is when you come together with your masculine and your feminine. This is an individual process, okay? Before you can come with your twin flame, all right? Which joins the inner Christos Sophia into sacred marriage with the eternal God source. So that's what basically an avatar is, all right? The solo logos is inherently the avatar crystal matrix, which is the fourth triad of intelligence that holds the higher frequency bands of the 10th, 11th, and 12th dimension in our universal time. The triadic identity of the avatar matrix is required to link into the soul in order to directly ascend back into the universal mind and cosmic logos. All right, that's the cosmic logos, the cosmic avatar. Okay, this level of consciousness embodiment is now possible from within any section of time. The avatar is the energetic reality of experiencing unity with God, embodying the unity logos as an intelligent consciousness field, where enlightened extra-dimensional contact begins for working in the universal service for the cosmic sovereign law of one. All right, let's go back. All right, so let me start from the beginning again. Christos Sophia reflects the perfection of the law of gender, inherent in the solar logos principle made manifest. It is reflected as the sacred masculine and sacred feminine unified and made whole. That which is made in the true image of the Godhead. Okay, now let's go to Godhead. Okay, so the trinity of the Godhead. To understand the tri-wave consciousness, think of three sources of the original primal sounds of universal creation. The threefold flame. The first unit, as an energy matrix unit, is a tri-wave. That which contains potentials for all polarities or no polarity. No polarity means this is the neutral charge or 0 point, the Godhead, and that central point of all unions, which this planet is moving into direct alignment with. The three flames are all one, and yet they are distinct tones of their own. This is the paradox of Trinity source of the Godhead. The Holy Mother, the Holy Father, the Holy Son, Christos Sophia, are all one as the Godhead. However, the Mother is not the Father nor the Son. This is an energy comprised of frequency that is tri-wave tone, and this tone is interdimensional and also a part of the core substance of the universal time matrix. So basically, this paragraph is stating that the Godhead itself is three, okay? But it basically comes from one source, 1 0 point, okay? Which is the 0 point, is the Godhead. It's like, okay, I can only tell you guys how it feels, okay? You ever had that moment that when you fell in love with God, when you had that first awareness of feeling, okay, of, I can feel it. It's a feeling like goosebumps or just a warm glow that comes over your body, okay? And it's like, you think it's when you are outside of God, when you think that you are outside of God, you think it's coming from the outside, that something touched you or something, you know what I'm saying, came upon you. But no, this is actually from that 0 point, from that Godhead, or that 0 point, the central point of the union that you have, you know what I'm saying, that we all heraldly came here with, like it says, that is coming from inside out. All right. It's like activating that which is. All right. I am that am. That I am. That's what you're activating. I'm sorry, y'all. I am that I am. Okay. It came across my head real fast and I was trying to get it out fast. All right. So it's like the planet, they say, is moving in direct alignment with this. All right. And the three flames are all one. All right. And yet they are distinct tones of their own. So a lot of people will argue with the fact that it's the mating, the crone, is the mother, the maiden, and the crone, which I don't disagree. Why? Is because the feminine spirit birthed out the masculine. Okay, just like it still does today. All right. So therefore, I do believe that the 0 point, the Godhead, or it in its totality, is a feminine spirit that can transmute masculine energy, that she is. You know what I'm saying? So this 0 point or whatever is saying that it is the mother, the father, and the son. But still, it's still one. It's still all the mother. Okay? It's the mother, the maiden, and the crone. It's still, you know what I'm saying, the 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 nurturing, the caring, the love, the pressure, the pain, the suffering, all of which grace and mercy comes to soothe, right? So as far as the father goes, the father's feminine side can be, you know what I'm saying, also felt also when a father steps into his masculine energy. The son is in a feminine energy until he comes a certain age, when the masculine starts to take over, or when he decides or influenced to, you know what I'm saying, let the masculine energy of itself take over, right? So anyway, there is a energy comprised of frequencies that is tri-wave tone. And what it mean by tri-wave tone, to the fact that it's stating mother, father, son, is the fact that each one carries its own light ray, its own pretty much, they saying, a tone in the universe. Okay, so it's like certain tones or whatever may be can turn on awareness here, another turn in yourself that can work from the inside. All right, it took me a long time to do that. When we come into understanding bipolar radiation, we understand that the original trinity and completion of the source projecting out its consciousness unit is biowave polarity, which is the pair of opposites that manifest matter creation through the masculine and feminine principles. Okay, so let's go back to the Christos Sophia, because I know I got off of that, but here we go. Christos Sophia is the path of spiritual ascension that leads to the inner discovery of the spark of divinity that exists within the sacred crystal heart and is found within all creations. The inner path of the Christos Sophia is taken through gradual spiritual initiations that are designed to unite the polarities that exist between the inner and the outer in the world of forces that alchemically shift our light body into stages of increasing energetic balance and heterogamous union. The inner path of the Christos Sophia leads us to seek our own inner wisdom through divine gnosis within our soul, ultimately helping us to achieve spiritual freedom through attaining unity with the Godhead. We were at one with God. We exist in virtual ethnics of the spirits of Christ. emulating the pure love and wisdom consciousness state of perfected sacred marriage or heteros gammas. Okay, so I'm gonna go to heteros gammas really fast so you guys understand what that is. Okay, the heteros gammas is the wedded garment of God. Okay, wearing the white robe of the one. The heteros gammas is referred to the rising Christos Sophia as the embodiment of the inner heterogamic union between the human being and the divine. Heterogamous is the full resurrection of the body to the eternal light of Christos, cosmic Christ consciousness. In the body's return to the energetic balance, neutral in the unity field or 0 point, the light body being is one with God, and the Christos body is glorified in its perfection as the representative of God's eternal light image. In heterogamous couplings, the genetic equal of the monad unites with its counterpart to embody the sacred marriage of Christic equals, to merge into one spiritual body to hold the spirits of Christ. A Christic male and a Christic female unite in a heterogamous or rod and staff union as the Christos Sophia to be of service within God's eternal light, divine plan, to correct the Sophionic body and to restore liberation of ascension upon the earth. Heros Gammas is the embodiment of the new cosmic ray frequency of Mother Arc, aquamarine, and Father Arc, emerald green hues, and their DNA lens being introduced to this universe. These frequency colors represent the Etera body, guardian consciousness of the united crystal forms embodied in the future sovereignty timelines of the GSF. That's God's sovereign family, or God's sovereign and free. Okay. Interdimensional resonators plus bass tones, overtones, resonated tone amplifiers. All right, that's just a side note. All right. Now, before I go on to the gender principle in creation, I want to go over this Heterogammas really quick. Okay. And wait a minute, before I want to finish the Christos Sophia before we go on to the general principle in creation. Now, as far as twin flames are concerned, there is all of us, okay? Because this doesn't say certain human beings. I'm not at the point of here when it says certain. Well, I think it is. It is probably certain people come down as twin flames. I don't think all do. All right. Now, if all don't come down here, then there's certain individuals who have agreed to this contract to live and to come back together, right? So let's continue. If they have not are on this path of twin flames or whatever it may be, then you have a lot of soulmates, okay? So you have twin flames and you have soulmates, meaning then if you're a twin flame, this is your time to come in union or to pretty much do your purpose this time. You're pushed, okay? This is like the energies are like lining up to the fact that, it's no doubt. Clarity comes through the third eye, what it is that you're supposed to be doing, your DNA, you know what I'm saying? It activates, right? So if that be the case, some people are soulmates, and that means that they didn't come. This is not their time to, come in union. So there's the twin flames that have to teach those soulmates, so when their time come, they'll know exactly what they are in front of when it comes to their union, okay? Twin flame union. Anyway, I'm quite sure you guys know what the light body is, okay? And if you don't, you can always look it up. But it's beautiful in respects of looking at it, because when you look at your spouse, you look at your husband, you look at, you know what I'm saying, your boyfriend or just a male in general, you always have wonder where the connection lies, right? Like, if we're supposed to be together, then why is it so much just division between us, right? And so, with that being said, that means that that person was not contractually for you. And basically, we are dating each other and being with each other as soulmates, all right? No different than a soulmate with as your family member, okay? A dog or whatever it may be. But so, in general, what I'm basically trying to say is some things are for practice, and then you got the real deal. All right. So I guess this is the real deal when it comes to having a relationship, because this brings purpose to a relationship much greater than the 3D way of traditionally how we have been, communion with each other. All right. The word Christ has been distorted in its use on earth plane from being integrated into the violent religions manufactured by the negative alien agenda to create harm and division. I was trying. I wanted to warn you guys, but I have forgot. Yes, I'm about to start talking about the controllers, the aliens. Okay. When I started the video, I don't know if I said it or not, but I wanted to ask a question. If I didn't, do you believe that you're really human? If you believe that you're really human, then that's exactly what you are. But if you know that you're more than that, then pretty much you probably would grasp what am I saying, to like, aha, I knew it was more to it than that, than what I'm living and what I'm going through, right? So yeah, we all are aliens. We're aliens to this planet. I tried to explain to everybody that we all came here through a big black hairy hole, okay? A dimension, a portal, all right, to this reality, all right? So therefore, we was flipped, okay? And that's how we got here. We was flipped. And so we came through, vaginas. Everybody came through a vagina, which is the portal. All right. So we came through a portal to this existence. All right. To this reality. All right. Now, um, when it comes to the aliens and whatever it may be, if you don't believe that you are alien, you are part reptile. Some of these negative aliens have your DNA and you have their DNA. And one way you can tell is if your skin gets too dry, you start looking like a reptile. It starts to pleat, okay, from dryness, all right? Some of us have really good skin, but I'm quite sure that at any time when water is not applied, there will be a mess going on, okay? Flakes, and I'm talking about the whole non-desert world, all right? Or say our eyes, we blink, okay? Reptiles do that. That's definitely reptile, okay? Anyway, wonder on that. I'm gonna keep on going. Okay, so the word Christ has been distorted in the use on earth plane from being integrated into violent religions manufactured by the NAA, negative alien agenda, to create harm and division in the human race. We endeavor to use the word Christ, Christos Sophia, Christal, or Christala, interchangeable, to return the real meaning and use of the word to denote the unifying principles of the law of one, as they are intended by the eternal God source. Christos Sophia reveals the true nature of the sacred marriage and the presence of the feminine Sophianic consciousness that is unified within the state of Christdom. The source code or unity field, intelligence field, is a crystal star. Christos consciousness hub, accessed through the merging of manifested bodies holding trinity wave formats that connect directly into the eternal source light, Godhead. The three source wave tone parts, when merged into eternal energetic balance, becomes designed as one component that access directly into the feedback loop exchanging with the eternal source supply. That's back here somewhere. This exchange with the threefold founder flames, Godhead, is the principle of Christos, an inner, sustained, eternal source light, which signals the end of vampirism or consumption modeling of the planet. This is what it means that Godhead cannot be reached by anything but the Christos consciousness, crystal star tones. Although this process of unifying consciousness with the Godhead is known by many different names, okay? Y'all got to excuse my mouth. If it be doing all like this or whatever it may be, you know, I have to pronounce the word. If I get lazy at the mouth, I'm quite sure you're going to be able to tell, all right? The Christos or Christos Sophia archetype or let me get that right, y'all. The crystal or Christos Sophia architecture is that which allows the synchronic phases of inner, outer, in between currents of energy to be inhaled and exhaled circulation through the internal life spark of creation throughout the eternal organisms. Christos is the unified state of energetic balance between the masculine and feminine. Thus, we refer to the completion of the three layers of sacred marriage merged as Christos Sophia to donate the state of energetic balance between the inner masculine and feminine father. That ain't what it said, y'all. The balance between the inner masculine and the feminine principles that are manifested in either a male or female body. On the path of Christos Sophia, we consciously participate to transform and build our light body and collaborate with the spirits of Christ to serve the law of one, which is fulfilling our spiritual purpose to achieve unconditional love, peace, and the exit to humanity with all creations. Okay, so basically, now it's like, okay, you know how it says in the beginning of the Bible, say God created, the heavens and the earth, and he said, let there be light. What he used was sound waves, okay? So that's exactly what we're still, if we come back to a 0 point when it comes to dealing with God, that's exactly still where it is in the beginning of creation. You got what I'm saying? So when you manifest, or when you want to bring something from one state to another, that's basically where you supposed to go. Okay, that's within inside, casting all thoughts, so you know what I'm saying, and pretty much coming under some kind of subject of being able to control the mind to just bring in a vibration on which you want to manifest instead of everything blocking it or whatever. Okay, I don't know if I explained that right, but anyway, now these lights, okay, and I'm gonna explain more about them, but they got a lot to do with that do re mi fa sol la ti do, okay, and the colors of the rainbow, okay. So it's really different. I think it's like Sophia, something like that. It's not do re mi fa sol la. It's Sophia, something like that, which is the higher tones. All right. So once we learn to or start to incorporate this way of bringing in that feminine spirit, ushering in that feminine spirit, because in our up to from now in our past, we have nothing but ostracize, or you know what I'm saying, exercise the masculine tones and whatever we had to in order to build this material, this hardness, this, you know what I'm saying, this solid. All right. And so bringing in these more lighter tones raises the vibration of us, helps us to unite with each other, okay? And because these tones will be more on a unity scale instead of division, all right? In order to manifest the masculine, it could take a lot of tones, you know what I'm saying, in the lower dimension, this lower 3D dimension, in order to manifest something or whatever. That's what language came about or whatever it may be. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about no cold stuff. Not talking about no cold stuff. Everyone in this world knows about God. However their perception is about God is them. However they was raised, traditionally, whatever, you know what I'm saying, they believe in. But ultimately, there is only one. And there is no way to describe this one but to say that it is us. Okay? So it's kind of like that what we search on the outside of us is basically us. Okay? Because at the end of the day, who do you have searching for that? You. In the morning when you wake up and start to search for that, who do you have? You. It's more of an example now, if you pay attention to your life, who has always been there no matter what in your life? You. So that which is what you search on the outside of you has always been on the inside of you. And that you turn things around because as you came through that hairy portal, you were flipped. And so therefore, by going inside, you get right knowledge, you get what I'm saying, right focus, you get your path, you get all that type of stuff, or where you, and how you move forward according to your purpose, right? We are individuals. So therefore, none of us are going to have signed up for the same contract. So therefore, that is a wonderful thing of being able to go inside yourself and get your own DNA, your own instruction, your own pamphlet instead of being having to share it with multiple people. Okay, you yourself is a multidimensional being. Period. Okay, and that's something like the Gemini life, but the Gemini, you know what I'm saying, would in this aspects have more than two. You know what I'm saying, because as above, so below. We wear masks here. When I go around, you know, people I work with, you know what I'm saying, I could be different. When I go around, you know what I'm saying, when I was a Christian, around church people, I was different. When I go around my friends, I was different. At home, my family, I was different. There were many masks that we wear, okay? So what I'm saying is acceptance. Acceptance that you are masculine and that you are feminine. And both of those aspects of yourself carry their own energetic signature, which spirit is trying to bring together to make one, all right? And basically it's basically the feminine accepting that she can work a machining job for 20 years just like a male, okay, and still go home and cook for her kids and go out and look the sexiest woman there it is that no man would think that she flips steel at work, or a male being able to do women's hair better than the women or cook better than the women in his family, okay, being stand-in when the mother is at work and he have to do his little girl hair. You know what I'm saying? Or just period, whatever feminine, that he should not or she should not be ashamed because of that. And that's what our society has made it, that if you have those attributes and it's not your original gender, then you should be ashamed. No. Okay. But anyway, um, my lips drying up. I started wearing Carmex and I swear my lips, I mean, the skin peeling off, or I'm going through all types of stuff, but I swear I'm not. I'm not gonna do it again. For some reason, I think that could do something while my lips are black as I don't know what. But anyway, um, let's go on. I think I'm gonna keep it there with this video because it's already what, I can't see y'all. Ooh, 38 minutes long. Okay, so therefore I'm gonna stop it here at 40 minutes. All right, and this is basically I just wanted to get this Christos Sophia out here so you guys can better understand. You know what I'm saying? That it's that time now that what you thought was so simple as to being yourself now has turned into something that's totally complex. You get what I'm saying? It's going to turn everything around to you notice now that you are the end all be all, and that what you see outside of you will be nothing. Okay, we about to turn this around with this feminine energy. All right, so y'all stay tuned to my channel, and this is going to be awesome. Just remember that law of one. Look up the law of one if you have to or whatever. I'm going to make another video starting with the base 12, the natural order of the Christos blueprint. Okay, so y'all stay tuned. If you like my video with the content, please like, comment, subscribe. I don't have no, you know, script. I don't got no team or nothing like that. So I'm basically working on my own masculine energy. Okay, and that has a lot to do with my purpose. All right? It takes a lot of confidence to do what I do. But I'm here for it, right? Ashe, till next time, peace.